Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this extraordinary episode of Talk That Lingo podcast. We appreciate you tapping in. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If not, I don't really care. 3, 2, 1.
Metaphor King on the beat.
Talk that lingo. What you know about that? Talk that lingo. I just brought the bag, give me something back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's your boy John Quick from that Talk That Lingo crew. Listen, when we talk that lingo very fast, you understand me. And like I always say, it's harder to keep money than to get it. We're going to be getting into some crazy shit for y'all today. We got a beautiful guest. One of my favorite artists, Jennaske, in the building. What's
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Oh my! Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
thanks
no
for coming because I've been blessed. I've been blessed.
Stop.
I've been touched by the grace of God. Let me tell you, understand me. Listen. If y'all was here in this studio, y'all would smell the
aroma
of just greatness. Like
y'all gassing it because I definitely was eating crown fried outside.
Listen, man, we definitely appreciate you coming through.
Thank you.
Listen, we got a crazy show for you. But before we go anywhere, I got a list of questions, but I want to ask you, what you think about these crazy motherfuckers at the Capitol storming the building?
I want them to keep being crazy so they could get the taste of their own medicine. How about that?
Shit. Well, a lot of them are getting the taste of their own medicine, unfortunately.
Not enough, though, because if it was the other way around, certain things wouldn't even transpire.
That's true. I mean, obviously they wouldn't have got that far as they did.
Exactly.
They wouldn't have been in Nancy Pelosi's office. They wouldn't have had their feet up. You know?
Right.
They wouldn't have been able to do all of that.
Yeah, it would have been
on
a
the
whole
desk
different.
and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, if they did, they probably would have a body on our hands. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we would have multiple bodies on our hands. But I'm just of the mindset that, man, listen, we got to stay away from certain shit that just, you know what I mean, divides us as people, especially
Right.
black people. You know what I mean? We got to have a sense of unity. We got to have a sense of coming together for one goal, whether that goal be, you know, more African-American jobs, or
Right.
whether that be, you know, creating more schools and more curriculums that's geared towards our people.
Right.
We got to come together for that. But outside of that, you know, obviously it's been a crazy year. So I want to know for you, like this year, what's been different for you than it was last year? Like 2020, 2021, what's been different for you?
So what I would feel like is different for me would be like having more clarity.
Clarity, what do you mean?
Like, so before COVID and the pandemic,
Yeah.
I used to just be working, and it never used to be like a clear plan, constructed plan on what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So me being able to sit up and be in my room and just think about life and see how life can just, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
take a pause
Yeah.
and maybe sit and think about clarity on what exactly I wanted to do and be able to sit and plan out the things I wanted to get done.
So it let you step back and sort of assess, you know, what's been, you know, perspiring and then what you have in front of you right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then what the balance of those two things are
Definitely.
at the end of the day, right?
What is the end goal? Like before it was just me being successful, but now it's just like pinpointing things and like I want to do this first and then get into this and then get into, now it's like more like planned out.
But that's good though, because I talk about this all the time with like independent artists and artists who just make music.
Right.
But some people make music and then they just throw it out there without a clear plan.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's different. Well, obviously different with you because you had to have a plan.
Right.
Regardless. But I understand where you want to have a deeper plan. Now,
Right,
now your
definitely.
plan gets more detailed.
Right. I'm not jumping all over the place. It's
Right.
like I'm attacking this first before I jump into that.
Right.
Fact.
And I mean, I guess really talk about that. Talk about like, you know, what you've learned over that span of, okay, I've been planning, but now I want to get my planning more geared to exactly what I want to do now.
Right.
Because I have, you know, this following and I have, you know, these resources. So now I want to pull all of that. Like, tell me what your experience has been in that.
So it was it was like a process for me to get there.
Yeah.
It was like I was kind of like depressed because I wasn't working, because I was like working so much.
Yeah.
So it was like I was like more closed off now with people. So when I was closed off with people and not really talking to my friends or being around people, it sat and made me think deeper about exactly what I wanted. So it was like a process to get there. So when I did get there, it was like, okay, I want to be successful, but what exactly I want to do? I want to do so many things, like acting. I want to do like printing. I want to do, I want to do music. But it's like, when, let's say someone hit me up and be like, hey, you want to be an extra for this Netflix, or do you want a Netflix role? I'm like, hey, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, I still haven't finished my mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or when someone be like, hey, you want to be on a series and show off, like, and I'm like, okay, let me jump on that. Meanwhile, I still didn't release the music I needed to
how
release.
do
You gotta take care of your priorities first.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, like, how do you balance that for somebody, you know, in your position? Like, I have this field of people. Yo, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? They're asking you where it is, but you're like, yo, I have this as a desire, but I also have other desires as well.
Right.
So how do you balance fulfilling those desires? And I know you say you were depressed, but how do you balance that now that you are out of that? How do you balance that now?
So what I realized is with everything else was easy except for music. So since I realized it's hard to pop with music, I made that my first goal. So it's like, if I could pop with music, everything else is easy, right? But let's
so you took on the harder challenge versus
challenge first.
Okay.
Because once you get the hardest challenge out the way, everything else is just so much easier.
See, you got to watch out for people like that, because guess what? That just tells me that nothing is going to stop you from whatever the fuck you want to do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
but it's like, I noticed it was like, okay, so I can easily, since I have so much of a following, and I have like directors I'm following and stuff like that, I can easily just be like, hey, can you pitch me for this, or can I do this? Like, if I just wanted to.
You have those resources, right?
I have those resources, but I can still have the resources for music, but that doesn't mean I'm still gonna have a hit record or people's gonna, like, you know, jack my music. So I started to realize, and as I'm realizing with Instagram, like, it changes, algorithms change. You know, you can't blow up on Instagram no more, or it's harder to blow up on Instagram no more. You know, and there's just certain things I didn't want to do. Like, I didn't want to do skits anymore. You know, I'm a funny person, I have a personality, but then I realized I can just showcase personality with music instead of just joking around in skits, because I didn't want to be portrayed as a comedian. So it was like, it was so many things I can do and was touching, like, I'm coming up, and I didn't realize how it could like affect me trying to reach that goal with popping with music. So it's kind of hard when you're sick with that comedian like stamp. It's like really kind of hard for people to take you serious for music, because it's like everyone knows you as that funny person, the person we go to the laugh. So it's like when you make music that's serious and deep, it's like it's hard to connect to that, because
it's hard to give them that same feeling that they have from the other content,
because they're so used to it. So then I had to cut off the skits. I was like, okay, wait, I want to be taken as an artist seriously, so I cut off the skits, right? So then I was also dancing for celebrities. I was like doing so much things, and I was like, okay, this isn't really working out, because, you know, I don't want to be number two to a person,
right.
Especially if they don't like appreciate what I got going on. So with that being said, I had to cut off the dancing. And I was like, hey, I could dance for myself. So I already cut off like two major things that made me known, right? So it was kind of hard to transition that over. It was like, okay, she's not doing skits no more, and she's like, she's not dancing for celebrities. What does she have going on? Damn. You know, so it was like me just dropping music. And as I'm dropping music, at first I wasn't confident.
Right.
So the consistency wasn't there as I would want it to be there.
As it is now, right.
As it is now. Well, now I'm starting to gear up to be consistent. I don't think I was consistent at all during the pandemic.
You could definitely hear the confidence, like when you rapping. Like,
yeah.
Listen, I want to ask you about one of your rhymes, actually.
Okay. All right, let's get into it.
Because you said some shit that I need to cover. You said some shit that I need to cover with you right
okay,
here.
Here we go.
What's going on?
So, you know, on one of your tracks, Ski,
Ski,
I got to repeat it verbatim. Verbatim. You said, bitch, stop fronting like you bout something. If it wasn't for them ass shots
and sucking all that dick, you be about nothing.
Ooh.
That's fire, though. That's some real shit.
Now,
not cursing, no. No cursing?
You cannot curse on this show.
Okay. That's some real life stuff, though.
Now, you could curse, but I want to ask you.
Okay.
Was you talking about anybody specific?
Talking about, yo, if a hit listen, a hit dog gonna holler. If you feel like I was talking about you, you take it like that. And you know, so crazy. It's like, I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but you know, so crazy. Like when you put music and art to someone, they just feel like the emotion and aggression and just like, oh my gosh, why is she coming at me like that? I got ass shots and I be sucking PPs. You know what I'm saying? So it just be like that. And it's like, if you feel like that, then it's for you. You know what I'm saying? A hit dog gonna holler. So if you feel like that, then that line was specifically for you. And if there's any problems, we could just battle it out, like on a hip hop sense.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be in a rap battle.
Stop it.
You never been in a rap battle?
Not like a rap battle where you're like going back and forth and
Cipher, like a cipher.
Speaking an encyclopedia to each other.
Oh,
like not like that.
Okay,
No, I meant like in a make a song and go at it with another person and
A word.
yeah, I just love that. Like back in the day when I used to do that, I used to love that shit a lot.
So you're saying
That
you
used to
mean
be
like
my-
on a competitive tip?
On a competitive
So
tip,
who would you want to be against?
it don't matter whoever.
Throw a name out there.
I can't really I can't do that because I can't just throw one and not the other.
Ooh.
So it's like,
So all you bitches. Ooh, my bad. My bad.
you
my
know what I'm
bad.
saying? I can't throw one name and not the other because guess what? They're all talent. There's like a lot of dope, talented female
Word.
artists.
True.
It's not in a sense of like I'm trying to think I'm better than you. I just want to make like rap back to what it was. Like, you know, hip hop used to be so
competitive
dope.
spirit,
It was like, I used to love it.
Yeah.
You know, like when two rappers would go back at it, you'd be like, oh my gosh, what's going on? This, that, and third. And it used to be so raw to me. Like,
Word.
it was better than the shooting and the killing each other. I felt like that's what the core of hip hop was.
You know why I'm so fascinated by you saying that is because that's what I hear in your style.
Yeah.
That aggression, that old school feel, but you
Right.
giving me, you know, the new school vibes. I can party to it. I can listen to it and understand it and relate to it from today. But I hear the flow. I remember I saw you on one of the joints. You was like, you was like, I got the cocky flow. I was not
doing that though.
Yo, on God, I went and put the 50 wife beater on. Instant. Yo.
No way. I got the cocky flow.
Yo, listen.
You are hilarious.
I was like, yo, that's crazy.
No
man.
way, Jose.
So, but like I said, you got a lot of fans. You do music. I'm actually really excited to see you acting. I'm really, really excited to see
Right.
that.
But guess what? I want to do the acting after, like, I drop a couple of records and music videos and
Yes.
content.
Yeah,
so
feed
it
us,
looked like,
feed us.
you know, so it doesn't look like I'm just jumping everywhere. It's like, no, here's the content you guys are thriving
Focus,
for.
like you said, right?
Here's the content you guys are thriving for, but let me give you a little more to show you that I'm not a problem.
Right.
And what differentiates me from other people
I love that.
and other
Thanks.
artists, you know?
I love that. I love that. I love hearing like you taking the artistry serious and not just, oh yeah, you know I do music and then I got this, and then I got
Right.
this going on. Like you want to close a case before you open another one.
Period.
And I appreciate that. But what I want to ask you is like, what's like one of the craziest most outrageous things a fan has ever done to you, for you, giving you anything, maybe gifts or anything like that?
Well, you know, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because I always used to be that, like, weird girl no one used to care to talk to and stuff like that. I'd be to myself.
Word.
I used to have that one friend. So it's like, I never realized that even the dudes I talk to can be fans.
Word.
So it's like,
Word.
there's a dude I was talking to, and it was like, first thing, he's like, oh, let me take you shopping. And I'm just like, why you want to take me shopping? You just met me. And I'm not realizing, you know, because I humble myself. I stay in my own little lane. Like,
Right.
I'm naturally an introvert, but I am an extrovert when I need to be.
Yeah.
But it's like, sometimes, like, I just be to myself and I lock myself in. So I'm not in the world where people could see me like, oh, she's famous or, oh, she's this and that.
Right.
So, like, when I'm dating, and I was talking to this dude, it was on some, you know, regular stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we kicking it. And he was just like, let me take you shopping. So I was like, why do you want to take me shopping? Like, you know, when someone says that, I'm thinking he wants to have sex. So I'm like, I don't think we should do that too soon.
Right.
So then he ends up going and buying me Mad Gucci and Louis. And anyways, like, he just ends up doing it.
Yeah.
So, and I wasn't used to that. Remind you,
Sounds like
it was like,
keeper to me. Okay.
I mean, no, it's not. If I don't even know, you don't even know my first name.
Word,
You just
yeah.
know me by my IG handle name.
Now that's different.
You know,
right?
so it's like, it's kind of weird. Like, that's something you do for a girl you've been kicking it with for a long time.
Word.
Not someone you just met like 3 days ago.
That's so dope to hear that you got morals. Like, you're not just out here, okay, I'll go shopping with you. I'll spend your little money with you. You know, like,
right.
That's beautiful. I love learning new things about people.
I ain't saying I'm perfect now. Let a dude I'm talking to, like, get me mad. I'm finna go on a date with another dude. Like,
now, I want to ask you another question. All right, man. Let's shift to this, man. If there was one curse word that you can use for the rest of your life, what curse word would that be?
It'd be shit.
Why shit?
Because it's like...
Wait. Before you answer that, why shit? I want to ask you this. What's more versatile, shit or fuck?
I feel like fuck is too...
It's too aggressive, right?
Vulgar.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, it's like...
Fuck. Yo,
like, if you hear a kid say shit, it's like cute. But when a kid be like fuck. It's like...
But if your son, but if you try to give your son some like food and I don't give a shit about this.
I mean, kids don't usually say that, unless they have bad parenting. But like sometimes when a kid like drops something or like
oh shit,
or hit themselves, they're like shit, and it's like, oh my gosh, why would you say that? But when a kid be like fuck, I'm finna whip your ass. Like why is you like where are you getting that from? I feel like the word fuck is just a little too vulgar for me.
Fuck is a little vulgar. I feel like fuck and shit sometimes are interchangeable.
Mm-hmm. Like, but I feel like you can say shit in a paragraph like 3 times and it's still gonna sound okay. But if you say fuck like more than 3 times,
that's getting attention.
It's gonna it's just like
you getting attention.
Why are you doing so much?
Yeah, you definitely gonna give attention. But if you out here saying I don't give a shit. If somebody
I don't give a shit, and then you be like, I don't give a fuck. Like it's just
it's like fighting words.
Somebody come through and be like, I don't give a fuck about you. You are automatically
you feel
you
hurt.
ain't gonna feel as offended if someone say I don't give a shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna feel.
That's crazy. So why are you like shit over any other word? What's going on? Well, shit over fuck. Shit over fuck is nasty. Shit over fuck is nasty.
Right. Yeah,
but why do you like shit over any other culture?
I just feel like it's less vulgar.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's easier to say.
Yeah, and it's like I don't think it's like any harm.
Any harm in shit?
Huh?
You don't think there's any harm in shit?
Harm in shit? No, I don't think there's any harm in shit. There's gonna be a harm in fuck. Like
yeah, you know where fuck came from? Fuck originally meant to like hit somebody. It didn't mean to like have sex.
Really?
It wasn't until like the 18th century that you had to get like these papers to have sex with somebody from the king, but they called it fornication under consent of the king. So you had to get these fuck papers.
Okay, I see.
So it normally meant to strike someone or to hit somebody. So I'm gonna fuck you, meaning I'm gonna punch you. But then they
snap! I didn't even know that.
Yeah, then they changed it to like having sex because you had to get the fornication under the consent of the king papers.
Right, wow. That's crazy.
You don't know shit like
you
this.
Never know.
Right,
it's deep.
But I mean, I really do think fucking shit are interchangeable. I feel like sometimes you can say like, I mean, in some cases they aren't. Like you can't say like shit you, or you got to say fuck you. You can't say shit you, something like that. What's the one word that you would take?
What's my go-to curse word
for the rest of your life? You couldn't use one other curse word. You had to use this curse word.
Motherfucker.
Specifically motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker.
So
like motherfucker. Or goddamn.
You gotta choose one, Playboy. You can't get two. Goddamn it, you can't get two.
I say damn it, like god damn it.
I didn't change it 3-4 fucking times.
He did change it like 3 times.
My goodness, yeah.
I can't decide,
Before we get out of here, I want to ask you, Jennaske, are you good at any accents?
Yeah, honestly, no. I be trying to like, I'm on speak pot to I'm on. I be sounding retarded. Like when I be around Jamaicans, they be like, yo, somebody get this girl out the room. Like, who brought her in the room? And I be trying to be down like, yo, watch out bottom, man.
What's your favorite type of food?
Legume, Haitian.
Legume, okay. Can you make it?
Huh?
Can you make it?
Yeah, I can make it.
Make it, okay.
I actually can cook. The only thing
that's why that nigga wanted to cook. I mean, that's why he wanted to take you shopping, because you could cook and all of that.
Yeah,
too.
I cook. I clean very well. Yeah.
How much?
I'm about to say.
How much? You know what's crazy? When I'm at my dude's house, I clean more than when I'm at my actual house. Is that weird?
I mean, nah.
Nah.
That's
Do you guys do that?
that's one of the languages
we do
of
not do that. We
love.
do not do that.
Really?
We do
yeah,
not
it's
do
acts
that.
of service.
Acts of service? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I never
don't do
understood
that.
that. Like, I be cleaning my crib and my room and shit, but when I'm at my dude's crib, I be cleaning. I be like a maid. Yeah, like a maid. I'm cooking. I'm cleaning dishes.
We won't do that. If she want to come over and, help a brother out, wash the dishes, run the dishwasher, clean up
First
the
of all,
garage.
do you guys think females should even be cooking and cleaning in your house if y'all not giving her a title, girlfriend title? Or you guys feel like she got to do that to get that girlfriend title?
Let me ask you this. Is that a loaded question?
What do you mean?
Is that a question that relates to anybody? Because if it don't, I'll answer it honestly and freely. But if it does,
answer it honestly and freely.
all right. It is a loaded question. So I want to answer this honestly and freely. I would certainly let a girl come over my house if I didn't give her a title. And she wanted to feel free to clean and she wanted to do any other thing, maybe cook 7 times a week, I would be all for that.
No, but do you feel like it's needed for her to do that to give her the girlfriend title? Or you don't think?
I think so.
What?
I'm going to let you jump off the ledge, my friend.
For me, acts of service is a love language. And it's a way to, just like a dude will take you shopping. You feel me? Some females require stuff like that to
Jump
get
off
to their
that
heart.
cliff yourself, goddammit.
You know?
So since you like the acts of service, are you in a relationship right now?
You can jump off that
No.
goddamn cliff yourself,
So I don't
goddammit.
think.
You can jump
What?
off.
What is going on?
You could jump off the cliff yourself.
That's crazy.
I
thought you
feel
was
like
my man,
dudes
yo.
will be like, you see how he said, oh, it should be cleaning, acts of service. And I asked him, are you in a relationship right now? He said, no. I'm sure there's been many girls who done clean your crib. And
I'm just saying, like,
I mean, yeah, but at the same time.
so my point is, I don't think it's required for the relationship.
oh, you don't feel like it's required? No, it's certainly not a
Before
requirement.
the relationship
So,
is not required.
Let me ask you something. What is a requirement before the relationship? We need to get into that. We need
A
to establish
relationship
that,
is
actually.
just two vibes coming together. To be honest, there's no responsibilities of taking care of one another unless there is a title or relation. Technically, till you're married. Like, to be honest, and it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just, I don't know why that is, but females feel like a dude should take care of them. And it's like, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Men think women should be doing all this stuff, and it's like, you didn't give her a ring, y'all not married. You technically, a man's not entitled to be
Why do
feeding
women
you.
put
And
so much importance on marriage, though?
You can jump off that cliff yourself.
listen. Yo, you want to know something? You want to know what's the difference between marriage? Like, you could be in a club with, like, not a club, that's a bad example, but you could be in a room and it's just like a bunch of girls, and it's like most of them are baby mamas, most of them are girlfriends, but you on top because you the wife. Like that title.
That's how a female feels.
I feel like, yo,
That she's on top
you
'cause
don't
she's
believe
the
in
wife.
marriage?
I'm not saying I don't believe in it, but I've seen
You want to know
as
why
many
you're
failed
key, key, key?
marriages as
You didn't meet the right person yet. When you meet the right person, you're not even gonna care about what other people's marriages have been doing. You're not gonna care about like your money status or anything, because when you meet that right person, you're gonna be like, nah, she has to be my wife.
Facts.
But if you have not met her yet, you're gonna give all excuses in the world on why you feel like marriage is iffy or key da 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 da. So it's like marriage is just really like signifying, nigga. I mean, sorry, no nigga.
No, you good.
We
You
are
good.
locked in for life. Like, this is what we're doing. Like,
Nigga, you want that
dude.
nigga, you let that
Technically
nigga know.
speaking, in a relationship, you not, if a girl cheats on you or if a dude cheats on you, you're not entitled to stay. But once it's on paperwork and then we locked in, it's like we're locked in. Like, this is what we doing for life, and it's like it just brings it to us.
so that paperwork makes you
dude,
feel
I was
more
just gonna
It's
secure.
not pay. It's the
Can we-
union.
Can we
It's
do
y'all
that
making
without
it.
paperwork though?
No, why? Because guess what? Without paper.
What?
Look.
So you
peep,
said
peep.
we got two
Hey, wait,
vibes.
listen to what I'm about to say. Look,
said we got two
in the
vibes.
paperwork, guess what?
Where the paperwork vibe come
Listen,
from?
in the paperwork, guess what? There's repercussions for breaking a bond. Listen. There's a repercussion for breaking a bond.
Okay.
So if we're signing a paper, we're getting married. If you cheat or this person cheat or you want to leave, okay. You're gonna give part of what you got going on.
Why?
What you mean why? Because we just said we locked in for life. You want to break it up for what? What you want to break it up for? So there's a repercussion for breaking it up, right?
Right.
But when there is no paperwork, guess what? You free to do whatever you want. You cheating, you having different baby mamas. But guess what? If there's a paperwork, you gonna think about it like, whoa, my wife could get half.
So is it business?
It's not business.
That's what it sounds like to me.
It shouldn't sound like business.
It doesn't sound like
maybe the way
business.
I'm explaining it, maybe, but it shouldn't sound like business. It's just really making sure like what you're saying is what you're really about to do.
It doesn't sound like a business. It just sounds like a contract.
I mean, everything you do is a contract. A podcast is a contract. You got to come in every day. You got to put in time. You got to get cameras. Everything you do is a sort of contract. So I don't understand how people would look at marriage as a business, but you don't look at your actual business as a business, or you don't look at your friendships as a business. As with everybody you have, you use, like, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's your friends, you use your friends. You use your friends. You use, like, come on, like,
that's lingo.
Period.
That's lingo.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you shouldn't look at marriage as a business, because at the end of the day, everything you got around you is a business. You being with your mom is a business. Guess what? Your mom took care of you for 18 years, and the rest of her life, you got to take care of her.
And my mom used my goddamn name and my social security number when I was 7 years old to get that damn cable. I remember, but no.
It's a business in itself. So basically, like with the marriage, it's just basically solidifying that. If you want to call it a business, we solidifying it. So here's the thing, like, let's talk about it in other senses, right? Yeah. With anything you want in life. You want a steady home, you want this and the third. She wants a ring, she wants to get married. Give her a ring. Let's say you have an artist. You know what I'm saying? You want a successful artist, you want a successful label. Right. You're gonna have to put money down for it. Everything, even if you think it's not like a when I say contract, I mean like it's something dealing with money or time. Time is even more expensive than money. So anything dealing with time is technically a contract, because you can't get it back. You know what I'm saying? You can always get your money back, but you can't get your time back. So it's like when you're dealing with someone, let's say you're dealing with someone for 10 to 15 years. Yeah. There's no whatchamacallit? There's no paperwork of marriage, there's no ring. Guess what? So you guys both leave and your time can never come back. But guess what? Let's say someone cheats on each other. All right, now I get half of what you get, because you're not understanding the time I took to cater to you, to be there for your needs and do all this stuff and take care of your kids and making sure I'm that woman for you. Why? What's the problem with me getting half if you're going to slide and get another girl pregnant? Yeah. Why is that a problem? Why is money such a significant thing when people want to talk down about marriages? Y'all done spent so much money in taking random girls to dates or strip clubs and stuff like that. Why not give the girl who been sliding with you in a marriage for 10 plus years part of your paycheck, especially if you messed up? Like, I don't see what the problem is. Like, men literally give they bros like $5,000, $3,000, never see it again. You know what I'm saying? But when they do something wrong with their girl, it's such a problem to give them child support. Yeah. Like, why is that?
I can't even dispute anything you saying.
You know, why is that though? Why is it when dudes meet like a female for the first time, they're like on a nice date and shit? And sorry for cursing.
Because they find it, you know, I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah, but then your girl's at home cleaning the house, You haven't took her out for like a month because you feel like you've been there, done that. No, keep it going. But when you meet a new girl, it's like, okay, I gotta take her out. I gotta give her. Yeah. You see, fresh and new is not always good, because fresh and true. And that's where the marriage
polished, right? Yeah.
And that's where the marriage thing come in place. Like, listen, we locked in for life. If you don't want to be locked in for life, there's some repercussions in what you do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you have a podcast and you don't put the time in and the work in, guess what? Your podcast not going nowhere. Right. And that's just with anything you do.
That's a fact.
Friendships with girlfriends, like with dates and stuff. Yeah, so I feel like marriage is really important. I feel like it's just like downplayed because of the fact that this generation and, everyone's tricking and doing things and da-da-da. But money is really not the importance of marriage. It's just the fact that you know how important it is for a dude to be like, I want to sit and marry you. You know what a dude, like, for a dude to sit and find a female.
But it's a lot of females that take that for joke.
I don't know now. One female that be like, oh my gosh, marriage is a joke. They only say that based on the men they've been with. They have not met that man they want to marry. Like I said, when you meet a person you want to marry,
they get married in joke situations.
In situations?
In situations just to get what a man has. There's females out there that do that.
Okay, yeah, we're not. But yeah, I'm not saying that's not there.
We'll put that time in to be able to get something like that.
Yeah, but she's putting the time in. She's being loyal, so what's the problem?
Loyal to get Money?
So wait.
How is it to get? Listen,
What
if
if
they
her
was already dealing, listen. When you're talking to a person, they already got money from you some way somehow. Either you fed them, either you did their nails, either you paid for their hair, you paid for their Uber.
I give you that.
It don't really matter. Like that, I feel like is like
you that.
not really. That's not a valid argument. Let's say she's attracted to a dude with money. Guess what? She probably way loyal than a. Okay, so let's say a rich dude, right? He grew up with a girl. She been broke. They both was broke, and she seen him at his worst.
Yeah.
As he's leveling up, she can't see him for the new person he is. Not in the sense of a new person, but the upgraded person he is, right?
Right.
She's treating him like shit.
Because she resents him, right?
Not resents him, but she's so used to the broke him.
Right.
She's not really used to the level up him. And then he meets a girl that's attracted to his money and his lifestyle. Guess what? She's better suited because she knows how to move. She understands when he goes outside, he's networking.
And he'll
She
fall
not
into
gonna-
it because he's
he
comfortable.
He's comfortable.
Right.
So if she's already making you comfortable, she's bringing in a home for you, like a positive vibe. What's the problem?
Is she loyal?
And she's loyal. What's the problem?
I don't know, man.
Ulterior motives is the problem. I have a problem with
Everyone
someone-
has an ulterior motive.
I have a problem
I
with
don't think everybody
I
has
want some
ulterior motive.
no. Men be like, I want some pussy from you, but don't be wanting me for no money and shit. Just want me for my vibe and my personality. You can't do that. Everyone has an ulterior motive. Don't be. Men would be like, I'll take you out on a date, but you have to be my girlfriend. Like everyone has an ulterior motive. Like not that I'm saying it's a bad thing, but people just subconsciously don't understand that. But everything you do has an ulterior motive. What's your motive for coming here today?
My motive was for coming here today
To interview Jennaske.
interview with the beautiful Jennaske, and you gave me some game.
Yeah, real facts.
Right.
Real facts. She
My
did.
girl gonna be mad as shit when she see this.
Facts, yo.
She gonna be mad as
But there's
hell.
always another side to the story. That's what
It's always
Ulterior motive.
Yeah, ulterior
Ulterior motive.
motives.
That's other side of the story. You come here to work every day, but guess what? The podcast might not be your end all be all, and that's your alternative
Absolutely.
motive, whatever.
Right.
So it's like you got to look at it like that. Everything like contracts or money and this and that, everything you do is time, money, contracts, businesses, alternative motives. Everything is life. You know. So I
That's
feel
America.
like, and
That's
I just
America.
hate how people just like downplay marriage. Why would you downplay marriage?
What you
Marriage
mean
is like-
downplay it though, like downplay it like
Oh, it's
I don't-
just for business or contracts or it's this and that.
we only downplay it. And it's not that we downplay it. We just put less importance on it because we've seen how history has repeated itself with failed marriages.
and just like he can say with failed marriages, I can say it. Just like you invest money in somewhere, you can pull yourself out of that business. So
But you can't get your money or your time back.
you can't. But at the same time, you still feel whole as you come
Intellectual
out of
property.
that. Yeah, you still feel whole as you come out of that. Okay, well, this didn't go where I thought it was going to go. Let me take what I have over here and do something else, so that way I can feel whole, fill the void of what I lost here.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying. So let's say one bad girlfriend you have, the next girlfriend you have is going to be bad too?
No.
You're going to, okay, so one bad marriages or you seeing a couple of bad marriages, what does that have to do with what you got next?
But if I continuously choose the bad marriages, if I continuously do that,
Who said it's going to be bad though? Why is that when it comes to marriage, why do you guys pinpoint to like the negative things about it? That's what is so weird to me. Why are you guys like so brainwashed into thinking that's like so bad? Oh, listen, you know how many businesses listen, you guys got a business, right?
Yeah.
You know how many bad businesses there are?
facts.
The thing is, though, as a man,
Well, how many
You know
bad
how
bus-
many people done spent millions of dollars and lost it in a business?
How many bad businesses stay in business?
How many marriages stay in marriages?
The thing
Why
is-
is it so negative when it comes to marriage, but not everything else that y'all do in life? But it's like maybe it stems back to how you guys were raised and your beliefs and religion and stuff.
Wait. Because I mean, go ahead. I'll go ahead. Go ahead.
the thing is, men are looked upon as providers.
You guys are providers.
Have been from the beginning of time.
Since the beginning of time.
So we value that because females value that, and
Right.
coming from an intellectual standpoint, that is our leverage.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
In a sense.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So we treat it as such. You feel me? Like you said, if a business is not good, you pulling your money out. You pulling
out
your
of it.
intellectual property
Mm-hmm.
out. Everything that you invested, time, ideas, whatever. And that's the same thing kind of with a relationship.
Right.
You feel
But
me?
we're not talking about just relationship. We're
No,
talking
this
about
is
marriage.
Or marriage.
No, marriage is a completely different ballgame from a relationship. See, like with marriage, it's like you're going to look at it and be like, it can't fail. Like that's, even though there is bad marriages, but it's like it's like a commitment. It can't fail.
No,
like,
I agree with that.
Regardless what happens, I'm putting on paper, I'm sticking through it. And if it goes bad, and if I got to do what I need to do, pay up, or not just, I don't want to say pay up, or whatever the repercussions is, that's cool. But a marriage is signifying that we are one. It shouldn't even be about money, to be honest.
That's a fact.
That's why they say, like, when you get prenups, it jinx
Ideally.
your marriage.
Ideally, I feel like things. Everybody wants. We got to think ideally about everything that goes on in the world. We got to be optimistic. But the truth is, like, it's a lot of like low down, dirty people out there.
So you
Right.
wouldn't sign a
You feel
prenup?
me?
Nah, I wouldn't sign a prenup. You want to know what's crazy? So
If you had a whole shitload of money, and
Yeah,
you
that's what
met
I'm-
some dude,
yeah,
right? You
I love
famous,
him,
you
and I'm
famous,
ready
ski.
to marry. No, I'm not signing a prenup because we are one. That's what I'm saying. Marriage is a whole different ball game. Listen to what I'm
Please
saying.
don't do that.
It's a whole listen. It's a whole different ball game when you want to sit and marry a person. It's not just being in a relationship and getting comfortable. It's like, okay, I wanna. If you die, I wanna be there with you. Like, I want to die together. I want my soul to make sure it's with you in the afterlife. It's a whole different ball game on a mental capacity. It's not on some relation. People could be in a relationship for 10 years. They don't mean shit. Cause they don't got that spiritual bond, like y'all ain't connected like that. But it's like marriage is a complete different ball game, and not a lot of people are into it. You gotta know what you into.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are into it, and it ain't a bad thing. But if you're not into it, just say you're not into it. I just don't like when people be like, oh, it's bad, or it's this, it's a contract, it's money. I don't like that. If you're not into it, just say you're not into it. Don't like downplay it.
Yeah.
Cause I could always be like, oh, like podcasts are boring.
That's true.
And it doesn't relate to you guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
It's definitely I definitely. See
I
what
could
you're
just be
saying.
like, I'm not into podcasts. I can't downplay podcasts.
All off the rip, right?
You know,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
I think that's a very, very, very interesting topic, man. Leave in the comments. Let us know in the comments how you feel about marriage. Is
Right.
marriage something that you feel like men are running away from? Is marriage something that you feel like some women need to be, granted they deserve it? Let us know in the comments, man. Yeah, I appreciate that conversation. My girl gonna be mad as shit at me.
Why?
She gonna be like, you sat through all of that and you still ain't come home with a ring?
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm not saying like, yo, you got to get married today. I'm just saying.
That's another question. All right, you meet a person, obviously every, case is different, but how do you begin to know, and what are some signs that you're like, okay, this is somebody I want to, spend the rest of my life with. I want to see you die. Like, yeah, like you said.
I honestly haven't. I can't sit and tell you that because on the real, I have not
So, but when
had that feeling
but
where
when do
I
you
met
know?
someone I want to die with.
when do you know? Like,
It's gonna be an unexplainable feeling. That's to my presumptions. It's gonna be an unexplainable feeling. Like, it's not a feeling you could, like, you ever meet a girl and you be like, okay, she gonna be my girlfriend. I feel like it may be like something along those lines.
okay.
But for people it's different. It could be like based on being comfortable after a certain time, or you could meet someone in like a few months and it's like, nah, I gotta marry this girl.
Right.
But it's like it depends on a person. But I just personally don't like when people be like, oh, marriage is just bad and it's this and that. It's like, no, just say you're not into it,
Yeah. Well, if y'all made it to this part of the video, comment marriage. We appreciate y'all tapping in. We had the beautiful, beautiful Jennaske. Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir.
If y'all didn't learn anything, I learned something sitting right here.
Yeah, I learned something
facts.
too today with the word fuck.
So, oh my
facts.
goodness. Listen, I actually watched this show. We ain't gonna give up no more tape, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in. It's your
Facts.
boy John Quick from the Talk That Lingo crew. Ski.
Thank you for having me. This was actually dope.
Yo, we appreciate you coming through, man. Make sure y'all go check out Jennaske. We gonna make sure we had links and all of that. We out of here.
Talk that lingo. What you know about that? Talk that lingo.